Makueni County is fairly hot and dry, moderate in temperature throughout the year, with the exception of a warm and wetter area in the north. The unreliable rainfall is unfavorable to agricultural production, forcing many farmers to rely more on livestock farming, especially poultry.
Over 80% of the population relies on agriculture, both for food and livelihood. And yet 57% of these households are food insecure. And therefore for us, other than engaging in climate smart approach, then we are also looking at how we can engage in other value chains that enhance resilience. We grow mostly what we call drought tolerant crops. That's now like the green grams, sorghum. There are some areas where maize does well, especially in the hilly areas, and also beans. That when we don't get adequate rains, farmers will still have an income from alternative value chains. And therefore then poultry comes in very well.
To safeguard the well-being of local communities here, the Kenyan government has been implementing the Agricultural Sector Development Support Program, ASDSP 2. The program has increased resilience of agricultural value chains throughout the county, primarily mango, green grams and poultry.
The ASDSP program is one that has been able to fit into that approach that we have for the county, in the sense that it's a program that looked at how we can commercialize these value chains. So the objective has been about commercializing agriculture.
When we are starting ASDSP 1, poultry was selected as a priority value chain. It came number 1 in that selection. So, and some of the criteria that was being used was enterprises that are climate smart and value chains that can be able to commercialize and give the farmers income.
During the training of the poultry value chain actors, major obstacles arose: the high frequency of poultry diseases, the scarcity of breeding stock, and shortage of poultry feeds.
So we had to come up with a comprehensive program for disease management, focusing on the vaccination. So in this case, we have been assisted by ASDSP to train over 400 vaccinators. The county had trained more than 3,000. So as of today, we have got more than 3,800 vaccinators. We no longer have that excess death of chicks.
With effective disease control measures and a substantial increase in poultry numbers, value chain actors and farmers have witnessed remarkable benefits through the project. Since the feeds have been prepared using locally sourced ingredients, the cost of production is much lower. Some farmers, like Mary Mathuli of Mavuo Farmers, have now embraced feed formulation.
Formulation ilianza 2020 na imenisaidia sana, sababu kwanza ukiangalia gunia moja inaingia 2000 na pia inalingana na vile kuko. Saa ingine unaweza nunua raw materials unakuta siko juu na saa ingine zimebadilika, lakini jumla inanisaidia. Na ukiangalia hii yangu gunia moja ni 2700. So nauzia wakulima na pia napea kuku zangu. July nilitengeneza almost I think 600 ina bags, na this month ukiangalia kufikia saa hii niko na around 494 na bado.
She has increased her poultry production, expanded feed sources, and ventured into azolla feed production, among other horticultural ventures.
Wakati ASDSP ilitutembelea katika hiyo kikundi, walitusomesha, lakini kila mtu akaenda kufanya kazi kwake, na nikaendelea kufuata hayo masomo. Kwa sasa niko na around 500. Nimeanza project zingine kama hizi modern technologies, nikaanza mambo ya BSF, mambo ya zola na tunaendelea vizuri.
But where did this insight come from? The program employs service providers and mentors to ensure that value chain actors receive essential training required for success.
In the 3 value chains, we've had 30 service providers, 12 in mangoes, 10 in green grams, and 8 in chicken value chain. We've been able to reach 14,648 value chain actors against a target of 13,160.
Located on the outskirts of Makueni County headquarters in Wote, we find Makueni Small Business Development Center, a significant service provider within the Agricultural Sector Development Support Program. This center played an important role in incubating Mary's ideas, which have now flourished into a successful poultry farming venture.
Makueni SBDC was set up last year. It's called the Kenya Small Business Development Center Program. This is a program that looks into supporting small businesses to start and to grow. Once you walk in here, we take you through what we call a diagnostic kind of a process, trying to get a picture of the current situation. So that's what we do. We have what we call pre-developed forms that are used across the other centers that have been set up. We have around 6 centers that have been set up across different counties. So these forms guide us to diagnose the business, the challenge your business is going through. You may find that a business probably is having a challenge that can be handled in a training, or a challenge that can be handled in one-on-one advisory. But now a follow-up session to ensure that whatever probably solution you are able to co-create together is giving you impact. And number 2, to find out whether there is any other need, any other challenge that is facing your business, so that now we can continue supporting you. As I talk today, I think there is one client, of course, who has already had 11,000 chicks, which already have been underway. They are being sold. We have another client who have been able to start aggravate as a sort of advisory, which we have been given as a center.
ASDSP walinisaidia sana, sababu mimi nilikuwa nafikiria kuajiriwa ndio pesa, na saa hii mimi najivunia kile walinisomesha. Mimi naweza kaa chini, hata nikilala kwa kitanda pesa inakuja automatic. Kuna wakati walituambia wanaenda na wakatusaidia kujuana na wengine. Kama kuna shule nyingine iko pale Wote Makueni, unaweza enda na unasoma vizuri. Kama unataka kuanza ukulima na ujui, wanakusaidia.
Furthermore, Mary was trained on business development, focusing on the creation of effective business plans.
Under our partnership with the ASDSP, we have been working with 1,800 beneficiaries, giving priority to women and youth in the project. So when we went to train Mofau farmers, we found Mary, and she had really some good interest, really a passion of doing chicken. So when we did the trainings for them, she adopted. In fact, when we came, she had around 10 chicken. And then she would practice what we have taught her. She would need to know more. And therefore, she was now acting as the coordinator of that group.
The additional training streamlined her business journey, and the positive impacts are evident. As the ASDSP2 program nears its conclusion, it is evident that the investments made by the program will continue to spur sustainable growth within the county for many years to come.
Around 2014, we had around 970,000 chicken. Today, we are talking about 1.5 million. And this is the population that we are holding. But we thank the market situation to this, because here in Makueni, we are seen as a source of the local chicken, the so-called beginner's chicken. So that we grow here, we supply Nairobi, Mombasa, and there's also a lot of consumption.
What I would say is this is a program that has done very well in terms of capacity development. That is what makes sure that those facilities that we have set up have something to get there. farmers have an income. And therefore the call I would make is if we'd have a chance for additional support in this area, it's an area where we would be happy to get support as counties, and therefore we appreciate the support that has come to our counties on this.